Hello there, I'm Mike from Music Radio Creative. Did you know that not all audio fades are created equal? And in this video, I'll get into perfect audio transitions in Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's dive in, and if you've been paying attention closely, you may have noticed Adobe Premiere Pro introduced this awesome new feature where you can do crossfades without needing to go to your effects box and drag things onto the timeline. Now it's easy. Let me show you how. So here I've got a little bit of speech with a breath here, Photoshop. Okay, so there's a breath and a pregnant pause, which I just want to cut out and use a fade to smooth that audio transition so it doesn't sound abrupt. Now, the old school way would be to hit the C key, get my razor blade out, make a little cut there and there, maybe delete this audio and budge it up. Now, with no crossfade, if we play it back, let's maybe start. Okay, that's actually a smooth cut. It's not too bad, but now I can easily add in a fade by just grabbing this gray box here with a triangle inside it, and look at that. Now I can do a very small fade and it'll be even smoother. Photoshop. Okay, perfect. We got a quick crossfade going on there. Now, the old school way was go into the effects box, which on my version of Premiere Pro is up here. Now, you'll see here, I've got constant gain, constant power, and exponential fade. So the old school way, back in the day, would have been to delete this and go up here and drag and drop constant power everywhere we wanted to fade. And then, of course, we had to resize it and everything. It's pretty boring, pretty terrible. But you'll notice there are two other fades there. And that's what I'd like to get in with you on, because people often ask me, I get emails about this, like, Mike, there are 3 different types of fade in Premiere Pro. What do they do and when should I be using them? So we've got constant gain, constant power, and exponential fade. Now, by default, when we move this box here, constant power is what we get. That's the default that's baked into Premiere. That's what you'll get whenever you're making edits and crossfades. And you'll also be pleased to know that's generally what we want to be using most of the time, because constant power is a great one for doing edits and crossfades and quick transitions. So if we're editing speech or we're editing music and making a cut at a beat, constant power is what you'd want. If you're enjoying what you see so far, do throw a like on this video and subscribe for more. So when would you want to go ahead and use something like constant gain or exponential fade? Well, let me show you. I'll zoom out here, and over here we've got a music bed. Let's play it. Okay. Sounding pretty good. This could be a podcast intro or a bit of introduction music for your YouTube video. Really, when you want to fade out music that's playing in the background as an intro, or fade it in if it's coming up as an outro at the end of something, you want to use constant gain instead. So I can place this here, and you'll notice instead of a curvy fade, we've now got a constant fade in. So it's a smooth, clean increase in power. Let's extend that out a bit, and you'll notice as I do that, I can actually change the linear value there to make it more like a constant power, but we want to keep it completely linear. And you'll notice with equal effect that music fades in, so it's very smooth for fading in music underneath speech. I'm undoing, getting rid of that, and likewise I can place constant gain at the end and use that as a fade out. And again, we might just extend this a little bit and play. And we get a nice clean fade out. So that's really working quite well, isn't it? Now, maybe we want to use this fade all the time. You can right-click it and say Set Selected as Default Transition. You can do it on any of the 3 fades, which is great news. And of course, we've looked a little bit at constant power, but what about exponential fade? When would we be using this one? Well, this is good if you want to make a short, sharp fade out or fade in. This is great if you're doing sound design, maybe you're working on movies and you need to quickly change between the music tracks. It's also good if you're ending a YouTube video and you don't want the music to fade out slowly, but you want it to come to an abrupt stop. Let me show you here. This is a little loop I've got, and it does come to an abrupt stop here. Okay, that stops very abruptly, doesn't it? But if we put an exponential fade on the end like this, drag and drop to the end, and make it maybe a little bit shorter like that, it's a very quick fade out, and you can quickly stop, say, a YouTube video, for instance. Really, really good for that. Another thing to note when we're working with these fades, whether we drag and drop or whether we simply go ahead and use this little handle, you'll notice you can actually change and manipulate like this. You'll notice it doesn't always fit to every single beat. So if I zoom right in and I want to be super accurate here with where I place this, you notice it's jumping around by the frame and not by the audio. So that can be good, but look there, say if I wanted to fade on that beat, I can't actually do it. So this is where we go to the timeline up here on our little sequence that we're working on, right click, and then show audio time units. And now you'll get a far more accurate look at that. I can place that right on the beat to start the fade out on the beat, which is super cool. And then when I'm working back with video edits, I'll obviously want to right click and switch it off so that I can edit in frames, which is what I usually would do in a video. And that's about it. There's just one more bonus thing I want to show you. Like I say, constant power is the best for speech and dialogue edits. It's the best for transitioning between music, and you'd use constant gain when you're doing a music fade out, or exponential fade when you want to quickly get out of some audio. But another thing to note here, if I zoom in on this and do the crossfade, you can do a crossfade on one side like that, or a crossfade on this side like that, or if we drag it from this side over to this side, we get a nice smooth fade that we can change the shape of. And again, if I want to work in audio time units, I can do so I can really make this dialed into exactly how I want it to be. I can also drag one side and hold the shift key to make the fade transition over here if I don't want it in the center. So I can do things like that. It really is easy. And if I want to get rid of it, just select the fade itself and delete. So now you know how to do perfect audio transitions in Adobe Premiere Pro. They recently updated the software to give this awesome audio feature. And there's also things like AI audio detection. So you get dialogue labeled as dialogue and music labeled as music. It's really very handy. And I think you can now be a super audio editor inside Premiere Pro with this knowledge. Now, if you want to go further down the rabbit hole, you should definitely watch the video that's showing up on your screen right now, because I'd like to guide you through all the audio features in Adobe Premiere Pro. And remember, if you learned something, like, subscribe, and maybe share this with someone else who would benefit.